They just outplayed us a little bit in the third there, and got a couple really nice bounces, obviously, as well. But at the same time, they did play better than us in the third, and we did have a couple good looks. Boone had a good chance in front. Their goalie made a good save. That would have been a key point in the game too. But overall, the 2-2 going in the third is something we're going to look back on, unfortunately, and just getting outplayed a little bit in the third period.
Was that giving them too many opportunities in that third, or were they just pushing a little harder?
Maybe a little of both. I don't know. I feel like both teams were pushing. Both teams wanted to get that next goal to go ahead, not sitting back. But they just were able to find it a little quicker than us, and we had a chance there. Like I said, a couple chances, a couple real good looks for opportunities to score. But they just beat us to it.
As he was talking this morning about the importance of you guys playing as a five-man unit and the D engaging and everybody working together. From that standpoint, how do you think this game played out?
Well, we were trying to be aggressive, kind of like we talked about after the first there, and there was times where it worked really good, and there was times where they did a good job as well by chipping pucks out and winning the races, and just again they got a couple bounces there with the bouncing pucks. It seemed like the puck would bounce back to them, and a couple of the chip outs where usually it's a 50-50, but. Overall, we were trying to be aggressive, and I felt like for the most part we did a good job of being aggressive. We were just a little bit late to some spots here and there. Yeah, it's the biggest thing is closing out games, and you find a way to close out some of these games, and then all of a sudden you get one after another. You start getting on a bit of a roll and feeling your mojo a little bit. So, that's something definitely goes a long way when you're closing out those games, and it feels good. It gives you momentum.
Is it a tough step?
Yeah, it's hard for anybody. It's a hard league. Everybody's trying to win, and it takes a lot to win in this league. So, like you said, I've been through a lot of tough years, but last year is one where we really buckled down, and now we're trying to kind of pattern that formula in Columbus here.
I know it comes in a loss, but you get your first goal as a Blue Jacket. How good that one feel, and then talk about that play a little bit. I guess that fans are.
Yeah, he just took the middle, and I think he saw me over there. The D-man got a stick on it, so it was a bit of a roller. And they say you're always supposed to shoot rolling pucks because the goalie can't read them, as well as a flat one. So, just it was nice to get that one. Obviously, I've had a few chances, and to get that one to kind of hopefully get going a little bit here and contribute a little bit more offensively. But the chances have been there. They just haven't been going. And it was nice to get the first one, but now we just need to get some wins along with it.
Matthew, you guys are 2-2, obviously, going in that one, so game's right up in the air there in the third. Is having like a strong finish, is that one of the things that, a younger team, the team that's on the rise needs to kind of go through and learn?
Yeah, and obviously it's been a little bit of a theme in the last few games here where we get ourselves in a good spot and just can't finish it off, so, it's part of the learning process we have to do as a team. Everyone's different, but we're gonna have to find a way to close out third periods. I thought we gave a push, but that's a veteran, hardworking team out there, and they gave a little bit more of a push than us, and can get out competed in those situations. So I don't think it was a lack of effort, but we got to find a way to out compete them, like I said.
Kind of a double-edged sword in this one, but as far as you get chances again, scoring chances, just maybe just not enough goals. I mean, so you can kind of take some good things still away from this game, even though there's a loss.
Yeah, we're definitely getting our chances, that's for sure, in the last few games, and obviously at some point, we might go through a phase where they're all going to go in, and at some points might be even out, and right now they're just not going in as much as we'd like. So, it comes through phases during the year, but it's up to us to find a way to get out of it. But you're right. Our chances are there, so that's good. But I think we've got to find a way to give less a little bit.
That game's 2-2, and Boone gets completely robbed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, on the bench, are you guys just kind of like, are you kidding me? One of those.
Yeah,
things?
he had him beat. I mean, he reached back and made a great save. So great move, great save. It's a key moment in the game. But after that, we got to find a way to keep pushing. So. I'm kind of repeating myself here a little bit, but we've got to find a way to close these games out. It's part of our growing process as a team, and I'm sure we'll figure it out.
When you talk about keep pushing, not really a surprise that when you needed the work in the third period, that your line was leaned on a little bit there. You guys kept on getting the shifts. You kept climbing over the boards there and just putting the work in.
Yeah, I think to be completely honest with you, the puck wasn't really bouncing for us the whole game as a line. I felt like we were kind of battling it a little bit, but our work ethic and our mindset was there. we were doing, for the most part, the right things. So it was, it's good to get rewarded. But yeah, I mean, I personally, I wasn't too fond of our game, but it wasn't for a lack of effort or anything. It was just, one of those nights where you're kind of fighting the puck. So that's an even better reason to just simplify and kind of go back to basics. So, that's just what we were trying to do and talking through it on the bench and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we found a way to get one, but a little too late.
Adam, there was a lot of mixing and matching trying to find something that was going to work in this game. You ended up with Johnny Gaudreau before it was all said and done, and it looked like you guys had some instant chemistry there. What was it like playing with him, and what do you guys do that complements one another?
I mean, it's Johnny Gaudreau. I mean, he's a guy I grew up watching. He's extremely skilled. He's extremely quick. He's so smart out there. So I think he's one of those guys that can have instant chemistry with anybody. I don't think it has anything to do with me, to be honest with you. He's just that good. So being able to jump on the ice with him was awesome, something I've been wanting to do for a while. And hopefully things can keep going that way. I mean, being on the ice with him, he creates pretty much every time he's on the ice. So I just want to be a part of that as well.
I'm sure you knew this before you got into the NHL, but these last, I guess, 4 games or so, is it kind of sink it in there even a little more about how tough it is to get a win in this league?
Yeah, it's extremely tough. It's the best league in the world, best players in the world, and everybody's doing their best to win. It's a veteran team over there that knows how to win and knows how to close out games. I'm not used to losing. I don't want to get used to losing. So I think we just got to keep pushing and playing the right way, and I think eventually they're going to start to fall for us. We're going to get our bounces, and things are going to start to go well if we keep working hard, but definitely not a feeling I want to get used to at all.
I know it's frustrating, but you seem like the kind of guy that enjoys a challenge. Is that the way you just kind of have to look at it personally and as a team? Just it's a challenge, and let's knock it out? Or?
Absolutely. I mean, coming into this league, I could have gone back to college, but I thought this was the best step for my development, come into a new challenge and try and play against the best players in the world and make myself the best version of myself I could be. Get to play with a lot of phenomenal hockey players coming here as well and learning from them. So coming into this league, it's the most challenging league in the world, like I said. So just trying to go up against that, make yourself the best version of yourself you can be, and ultimately that's every kid's dream, is just try and be the best version of yourself and play in the NHL. So living out a dream right now, but that's not really the main point right now. The main point is how we play tonight, and we got to fix it.
As you guys were so resilient all night until the third there, where they kind of took over things, what changed in the third, if anything?
I don't agree with you. I don't think we were resilient all night. I think it was on and off. I think, it's not about the final score. I think we have more than this, and I'm talking about the effort. A lot of guys worked hard, but we can't afford to have a few guys not working hard enough, and that's not going to fly. It's not going to fly now. It's not going to fly after Christmas. It's not going to fly ever. We need 20 guys to play hard and take care of the details of the games. And I think the third, we had some push, actually. Offensively, we had some chances. Boone Jenner in front of the net. We had some ozone time. And we were pushing, so trailing by 1, you may give up some chances against. But inconsistent, and that doesn't work.
How frustrating is that for you, given the fact you've been stressing that over the first 7 or 8 games
Well,
this year?
it's not about me. It's about the team. It's about the Blue Jackets, and we know it's hard to win in the NHL. We know it's really hard. You have to be consistent. You have to stick to the plan. You have to do the details that they're not flashy. You don't see the highlights, but those details will matter at the end of the day. And winning habits. And we had some tonight. Nothing is as bad as you think it is, or nothing is as good as you think it is. It's not as bad as we think it is, but it's not good enough. And we'll address the situation with the team and with the individuals that are concerned.
Is that when you're a team that's in the situation you guys are trying to get all that stuff figured out? Is that one of the hardest things? Is just consistency of what you're talking about, from night to night?
Well, it is a hard thing to do, but it's so simple at the same time. It's hard physically. It's a grind mentally. We understand it, but the winning habits of a successful team. They're consistent. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna turn pucks over. You're gonna miss scoring chances. You're gonna give goals against. But we can't make the mistake of not working as hard as we can. And most of the times those plays are behind the plays. You don't see them on the camera, but we see it from the different angles that we have. They can't cheat. We see everything on the video, so we're gonna address it.
That you had mentioned the Boone Jenner's chance there earlier. I mean, he has beat. It looks like there, and the guy just makes a tremendous save. I mean, how difficult is that to maybe come back from when it's 2-2 and you guys?
Yeah,
take a
well,
lead?
these are the ones you want you want to finish. It creates it would have changed the big picture of the game, but we didn't score, and sometimes you don't deserve to score. So that's the funny part about hockey. Sometimes you score goals you're not supposed to score, but you just deserve them. I felt tonight was just inconsistent, and our team needs to be better than that. And I know we're young. I know we're gonna make mistakes, but and I know those guys care, and I know they want to do well, but tonight is not good enough. So we're gonna address it.